Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my lecturer, Dr. Shahnas binti Ismail. My name is Muhamad Firhan Fitri bin Muhammad Faisal. My metric number is S62427. Today, I'm going to present my individual assignment for Financial and Reporting 3. The company that I choose is Eon Company Berhad. The topic that I choose in accounting policy for my assignment is lease. Firstly, the initial recognition. As a lessee, we divide to two parts. First one is right of use asset. The company recognizes a right of use asset and a lease liability at the lease commencement date. The right of use asset is initial measured at cost, which comprise the initial amount of the lease liability adjusted for any lease payment made at or before the commencement date, plus any initial direct cost incurred and estimate of cost to dismantle the remove the underlying asset or to restore the underlying asset or the site on which it is located, less any lease incentive received. Next, lease liability. The lease liability is initially measured at the present value of the lease payments that are not paid at the commencement date, discounted using the interest rate implicit in the lease, or if that rate cannot be readily determined, the company incremental borrowing rate. Generally, the company uses its incremental borrowing rate as the discount rate. As a lessor, to classify each lease, the company makes an overall assessment of whether the lease transfers substantially all of the risk and reward incidental or ownership of the underlying asset. If this is the case, then the lease is a finance lease. If not, then it is an operating lease. If an arrangement contains lease and non-lease components, the company applies MFRS 15 to allocate the consideration in the contract based on the standalone selling price. Secondly, the subsequent measurement. As a lessee, also have two parts. First one is right of use asset. The right of use asset is subsequently depreciated using the straight line method from the commencement date to the earlier of the end of the useful life of the right of use asset or the end of the lease term. The estimate useful life of right of use asset are determined on the same basis as those of property, plant and equipment (PPE). In addition, the right of use asset is periodically reduced by impairment loss, if any, and adjusted for certain remeasurement of the lease liability. Next, lease liability. The lease liability is measured at amortized cost using the effective interest method. It is remeasured when there is a change in future lease payment arising from a change in an index or rate. If there is a revision of in substance fixed lease payment, or if there is a change in the company estimate of the amount expected to be payable under a residual value guarantee, or if the company changes its assessment of whether it will exercise a purchase, extension or termination option. Then, as a lessor, company recognize lease payment received under operating lease as income on a straight line basis over the lease term as a part of revenue. Furthermore, the disclosure presentation in financial statement. As a lessee, the group disclose right of use asset within same line item with PPE, and lease liability same line with the other liabilities in the statement of financial position for para 47. Next, in para 50, they also disclose cash payment for the principal portion of the lease liability, cash payment for the interest portion of the lease liability. Next, short-term lease payment and low-value lease payment in statement of cash flow. In addition, the group recognized interest expense on lease liability, depreciation of right-of-use asset, and expense relating to short-term lease in the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income in para 49. As a lessor, in para 88, the group presents underlying asset subject to operating lease in the notes to the financial statement. Lastly, compare the earning per share under MFRS 133. The calculation of basic EPS was dividing the profit or loss attributable to ordinary shareholders of the company by the weighted average number of ordinary shares outstanding during the period. The performance of basic EPS increases from 6.07 cents in 2021 to 7.92 cents in 2022. This is because the profit attributable to ordinary shareholders increased and weighted average number of ordinary shares outstanding did not change. I think that's all from me. Thank you.